You ready? You got this? All right, let's do it. You know, sometimes I envy people who can stick with just one hobby. I'm not. I've always had so many different interests. It's just really hard to focus on one for any given period of time. You know, I was always into motorcycles, and that's lasted for a few years. I was always into motorcycles. I even made a YouTube channel for all those videos that I made. I would just strap a GoPro to my helmet and ride around. Ended up meeting a ton of people, made a lot of really good friends that way. It was a lot of fun. Riding and editing was my life. I would ride to work, I'd ride with my friends, I'd go home and I'd edit. I'd spend hours making these terrible videos. My interest changed, my life changed. I mean, I'm still into motorcycles, I still love motorcycles. My attention is now pulled somewhere else. My hobbies have changed and I've kind of moved on to something else. I'd like to come back, but I don't think I can go back to doing exactly what I was doing before. I don't think my viewers would like it. I don't think I would like it. I think something has to be very different. Something has to be completely out of the normal. My YouTube channel kind of died off. I haven't really posted a video in well over a year now. You know, I'm never gonna get rid of the bikes. Once you have motorcycle fever once in your life, hello?
Oh, about the right person.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Bye. Damn, for a second there, I thought my travel trailer was totaled. One day I'll get lucky. One day. Is this on? Oh, I think I'm breaking the seat here. Yeah, no, I totally broke it. Yeah, buddy, your seat quit. Did you know there's beer in here? There's beer in here. Just so you know. Pinch my nuts a little. I could sue you for that. Hope you know that. Yes, I am back. No, I did not sell all my motorcycles. I did sell some of them though. So I got some explaining to do. We got some catching up to do. So hang tight for a minute, but I promise this will not be super boring. I kind of promise. Okay, a little boring. All right, it's gonna be kind of me talking most of the time, but you get the point. First things first, most of you guys came from the video that involved metal and meth heads. And gosh, that was like 3 years ago now. And the long story short of that one is they ended up having to move out. So a couple months later, for one reason or another, they were gone. Then about a year or two later, I'm gone. So I have since moved from that area. I am in an apartment now. I have been for a few years. I have a garage in my apartment, luckily. About a year ago, I bought something that I've wanted since I was a child. If any of you are on my Instagram, you already know exactly what it is. To me, this was a big accomplishment, and I bought a giant piece of crap. We're not going to like Jurassic Park and sticking our hands in doo-doo to find cell phones kind of crap. I'm talking a 1996 Jeep Cherokee, also known as the XJ. When I was a kid, my very first job was at a boarding stable, and the boss, who was cool because he was banging the owner's daughter, who was super hot, so he was really cool, he had a white XJ, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and I said, you know, one day I'm gonna have one of those. And they stopped making them in 2001, and I never got one. And they pop up here and there, and they're usually completely destroyed. But this one was completely destroyed. I went ahead and started putting a ton of money and a ton of work just so I can take this thing off-roading and have some fun with it. And that's what I've been doing for the last year. What I want to do now is I want to take all the things I have done with this Jeep and I'm going to share it with you guys. Now, I'm not doing tutorial videos. I'm not going to do any of these walkthroughs. There's tons of those on YouTube already as it is. And I need to check this battery because this stupid camera only records for 10 minutes at a time. I have absolutely no idea where that cut off. This camera sucks. There's also tons and tons of YouTube channels and YouTube videos that strap a camera or two to their Jeep and just go down some trails. And quite frankly, that is some of the most boring footage I have ever seen. You cannot ever capture an angle properly to give you an idea of how steep it is using a GoPro. Or most cameras for that. It's just not going to happen. So I want to start doing something that's a little more entertainment value. I'm talking take FryRiding and put that in a Jeep. We're going to have more friends, we're going to have new friends, we're going to have new adventures, we're going to have tons of fun with this thing. But it's not going to be too much how-to, but you probably will learn something on this channel. Does this mean no more motorcycles? Absolutely not. I'm still going to do motorcycles. I might not vlog as much. I might not do the motovlogging as much as I did in the past, but I'd still like to continue doing some motorcycle videos when I do ride. But my goal is to have this Jeep do long distance off-roading as well as be a very capable rock crawler. And I have since put a brand new engine in this thing. I have put more money than I probably should have into this Jeep. And I'm gonna go, and I kept track of actually a lot of it. So here, I'm gonna go ahead and put up here on the screen, or here probably, or, no, it's over there, isn't it? I don't know, this camera angle is funny. But these are all the things I've done to it in the last year, which total a sum of money. But it's now a somewhat reliable vehicle that I break on a regular basis by doing stupid things. What do you mean by breaking doing stupid things? Check this video out.
I think I need a spotter up here. Which vehicle are you? White X-shaped there from the front.
I actually did break something doing that, and I have another video to kind of help explain what I broke. Listen for the pops. You can hear a couple pops and clicks in here.
Going slow is fun, but sometimes I just like to full spin. Yeah. So, see what happens.
That is wallowed out track bar mounts. So the track bar and everything around it is basically destroyed. The tie rod end is basically completely blown out, and it wallowed out the hole on the frame side, and the axle side hole is also wallowed out. So I emailed the company that made this track bar, and they promptly ignored me, just like everything else that involves an XJ. So I went ahead went to the competitor and bought a whole upgraded track bar with a new frame side mount. I'm not going to do anything with the axle side mount because it's just a Dana 30 and it's only going to be on there for a little while, and my goal is to break it. So we're almost there. We're meeting goals already. The other thing is I am super cheap. I don't like spending tons of money on something. I'm not going to bring it to a famous off-road parts store and install a ton of lights on the thing. The lights that are on it are functional or broken, but are made for a purpose, and it's just going to be a purpose-built machine. This is not a mall crawler. Yes, I am very cheap. I don't like spending a ton of money on these things. So even the camera gear setup, I am using a Nikon D3300. Horrible camera, but it works. My audio setup is an old GoPro with my mic adapter I use for motovlogging. And an old motovlogging mic and another GoPro. I do not have an expensive setup. I'm even using my shop lights as soft boxes because I don't have any. That's gonna be the goal of this. Do this as cheap as possible and show you guys how it's done. Almost like roadkill style, but not roadkill. However, one of those guys' last names is very close to mine and my first name. Both of them. We have similarities. So I want to do a big reveal video of this Jeep. You've already seen it, so you kind of know what it looks like. But I'm going to do like a nice reveal video. But in that, I'm going to take it to an off-road park and beat the living crap out of it again for your guys' entertainment. And I'm going to do all the vlogging. It'll be fun. So let's wrap up all this ado. I'm going to rip that track bar off of there for your viewing entertainment, and I do not have one to put on there yet, so I'd have to drive and go get it, but you can't drive without a track bar, and I'm gonna show you why, because you gotta learn today. Alright everybody, this is a track bar and a track bar mount, and the problem we were having here is, see if we can get it to focus, this nut right here is actually frozen on. The tie rod end is just spinning in there and popping, making a ton of sounds. So I'm removing this whole bracket. I'm deleting the part that is this right here. I didn't know which size to put into here, and the company wouldn't email me back, so I'm just going to trash it, and we're going to replace this entire thing. And if you were wondering why this is even necessary, it holds the axle center underneath the vehicle. If you weren't going to have that, you weren't going to have any steering. I'll show you, actually. So watch. We'll turn the steering wheel. As you can see, the wheels don't turn. All that's doing is forcing the axle side to side up underneath this big bad boy. Which, probably shouldn't do this, but you know what? Call the cops. I don't care. But that's why you need a track bar. Alright, it's now a couple days later, and as you can tell, it's been raining, and raining, and raining, and raining, and it's kind of slowed down a lot of stuff that we can do. I've already got my new track bar. I put it in, kind of in a rainstorm, so I didn't record it. You probably didn't really care to see it. It's really cool, it works, everything is completely fixed now. So this video is getting kind of long, so let's wrap it up. There's a lot more to come. I have tons and tons of plans of what I want to do with this thing. I mean, all the way up until putting 1 tons on it, and even then, even more. I want to learn how to weld, I want to learn how to fabricate. So much to do, so much I can record and have fun with. But I want to also know what you want to see. Do you guys like the XJ? Do you like the motorcycles better? What do you like? Leave a comment down below, let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Take a look at my enormous penis, and the happy times are coming to stay. I gotta sing and I dance when I glance in my pants, and the feeling's like a sunshiny day. I take a look at my enormous penis, and everything is going my way.
We're just gonna sit there, make a bunch of noise. Yeah, that way no one can hear me talking in the background. You too, stupid rain gutter. You're so loud.